Welcome back to Ask the Expert. Today, we're joined by Eric Laylon, owner of EJL Marketing Group based in Percy, Pennsylvania. Eric, welcome to the show, my friend.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So, hey, let's dive right in. Let's start with your background. What brought you into the world of marketing and consulting?
Yeah, so I actually started in sports. Out of college, I was a marketing major, did a internship within a sports team in Harrisburg for a soccer team that is now defunct. But it got me into the mode of sports marketing and management. So my first job was with the Philadelphia Phantoms, which is the minor league team to the Flyers. So I worked for the Phantoms and then the Flyers and the Sixers and spent a bunch of years in sports. Quickly found out that the hours are long and the pay is little. So ended up getting out of that and transitioning to a marketing position and sales role within a radio station here in Philadelphia. And that was my first foray into advertising and helping local businesses with marketing their message in the early 2000s in radio. So as I found quickly within that time period, everything was shifting towards the online world. And so I basically made that move along with it. I was fortunate enough that I landed at a company that was starting in Philadelphia. It was an agency that was just getting underway. It was less than a couple months into existence. And it was one of the first offices opened by this agency that was nationwide. So I was able to literally open a door there, walked in, they had a bunch of tables and chairs, and that's about it. But they were looking for people to come on board. And I knew from my radio days that was, where everything was headed, is in the digital space. So made that move from radio into digital, working with local businesses back in 2006, 2007, initially just working to migrate into Google advertising. Google Ads was up and running at that point. And, a lot of people were still in the phone books and doing traditional advertising, radio as to where I was at, making that migration over. So I joined and I was helping local businesses and spent 16 years in that capacity, working with businesses, and it snowballed into, SEO work, website development, social marketing, email marketing, all the things. And so I ended up doing that for a very long time. And then as I was in that environment, had a lot of success doing programmatic advertising. So I ended up leaving the agency world, going into programmatic advertising, working directly in ad tech. So helping businesses understand, the complicated factors of marketing and connected TV and all these other areas. But when I did that, I also started my own agency to help those businesses that I was working with and other local businesses still to manage their Google advertising and SEO work and email marketing and all the advertising that, my clients are working with. So that's my foray into EJL marketing was, all the years that I had spent in an agency. I then rolled that out as my own.
Wow. Yeah. I love how everybody has their journey, right? You started off working with the sports groups. You started off there, agency, consulting, everything else. And then ultimately you ended up here, right? So tell us about EJL Marketing Group. Who do you serve and what services do you offer?
Well, Greg, I think first and foremost, you bring to the table a good question, and it's around this whole understanding of consulting and doing, right? And for me, like when I was even at the agency, like I always did what I was preaching. So like in this world of consulting, you find a lot of times people they sell or they represent a company or they work in this world, but they've never actually done it. Like in my journey, like I built my own website. I've run Google advertising. I've run Facebook marketing. I did all these things, even when I was at the agency. And then spinning that forward, that's what helped me when I started my own business at EJL Marketing, is that foundational knowledge of how this stuff actually works. I wasn't just consulting it. I actually did it. And now I actually am helping clients and I get my hands dirty with all the things that they need for as we sit in 2025, the ability to speak that message to the local area and be able to make sure that it lands with the right people at the right time. So for me, I basically go in and help clients figure out directionally, where's the advertising need to be? Who is it you're trying to reach? and then I work that messaging out. So that's my goal is to work with local businesses to go in and figure out the messaging and connect them with the companies that, again, fit that mode.
Yeah, and you said it really well too, as far as, a lot of consultants, they know their stuff, but they don't know how to enact it. So with your experience, you are able to have the full spectrum, right? After myself being in consulting for nearly 18 years, I've seen that too, where consultants will go in, they'll give all kinds of advice, half of it sticks, but with you actually have done it, and so you know what works and doesn't work. And so nothing but respect. You've been doing a really great job. You work with a lot of clients, and you do an incredible job. So, Eric, thank you so much for coming on the show today, my friend. Always a pleasure. To learn more about Eric Laylon, sorry, Taz, can I redo that outro there?
Yeah, I got you.